Well, hey there, Capricorn, fellow Capricorn here. So this is a really interesting time for you guys. You have Mars. You have Mars exalting itself in Capricorn. This is pretty powerful. This is going to go on for a few years. From some of the other astrologers that I've heard, this happened in 1977. So I kept thinking, to myself, okay, well, what was going on in 77? I do know in 77, my parents made a decision that they were more than likely going to move. But I don't remember anything substantial happening in 77. I just don't at all. So I don't know how it would affect me. But apparently it's supposed to be a dynamic energy, which is great for all of you Caps out there, especially the ones that are, in the latter degrees of Capricorn. And of course, too, Pluto's moved. Pluto's moved into Aquarius. It's our money house. It has to do with our self-image. Although our ascendant obviously has tremendous power being our natal. So, there's a lot going on for Capricorn. So we're going to see, I got these new angel oracles. We're just going to see what happens with these. These have been fun. I've done a few people's readings over the last 24 hours, and they've all been really quite exciting and a lot of fun. So we're going to take a peek and a look at what is going to go on for Capricorn in this next week. So please, by the way, subscribe. Please like today's, hopefully. And, make sure that you guys can share this if you can, and share this with other people, because it'll actually help the actual channel to grow. Now, the beginning of the reading is really quite interesting. You have this really fire element, this fire ace, this ace of wands in here, and right next to that you have death in the world. So, this is a massive, massive, massive conclusion transformation. This is in every reading, every psychic you read, or you hear about, or you actually watch, is going to be telling you that all this stuff's going down. And I think in all honesty, this is an action time for you being a Capricorn. It's actually very, very good. You've got the Seven of Pentacles in here too. This is, again, I see as a card of creative visualization. Fabulous time to listen to Esther Hicks. Fabulous time to, study anything to do with creative visualization, any of that sort of stuff. Very, very important. Or go through surgery like me on your nose. I think in all honesty, this could actually turn out to be a really dynamic time. The World card is a completion. It means that you are already feeling, you sense that this, to me, when the world and death come together, this is a massive ending, transformation, and beginning. And the energy that sort of post that is the fact that, you've got this Knight of Wands, and you've got this Ace of Swords, and you've got a really strong sense of independence and development, and there is an essence in here of the Queen of Swords being very, very, very instrumental. Now, this can happen, I'll tell you. I've had clients that have had this in their readings like this. One of my clients was in the entertainment business, and out of the blue, after I read her, about a month later, very similar reading, years back, she had an agent contact her from LA, and boom, her whole life took off. And it was because she had done a volunteer event for someone, and they saw her and they said, "You're exactly what we're looking for, blah, 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 blah. Would you submit?" Well, in the old days, you weren't able to do something like this and send this to LA. She had to actually go down. She didn't have to go down, but she auditioned here, and then they actually filmed her, and then they sent, but she ended up then going down. So all I'm going to tell you guys is this. This is not make or break. This is conclusion, transformation. Death in the world means that a phase of your life, even maybe your career, we've got this career house stuff going on with the South Node in Libra. This is huge. Mars being activated. Mars is destiny. It's North Node. It is really the primary, it is really the primary energy of the North Node, which is Aries. So I would say this is going to be probably one of the most important periods of transformation in your life. So, maybe this does go back to 77. Maybe this is going to be part of this whole story of Mars, exalting itself in Capricorn, and it, transforming, and everything else combined. Pluto in your house of image, changing your image, you going through this diet, you change your image, you change your life, you're discovered, an opportunity presents itself, you're headhunted, you come into money, there's something closing and beginning. Now, I don't see this as horrible. Sometimes I've seen ending beginning where it's horrible, where people have had health and scare and worry. Capricorns, highly doubt it. Highly doubt this is a negative. Because in your reading with me, This looks probably as damn good as you can get. The only thing I want you just to be a little conscientious about, having the Queen of Swords in the future, remember, whenever somebody shows up in a reading, any court card, remember, we connect with and know them and meet them to actually witness a side of self and or what we actually potentially become or adapt to. Everyone I've ever met in my life, well, I have Jupiter in Gemini, so whenever I met a Gemini, including my adopted mother right from the beginning, my life has changed. Every Gemini I've ever met, my life has changed. So I just want you to understand that somehow when we meet an air element, you meet, say, a Libra, you may be recognizing that whatever they possess, whatever they're experiencing, whatever has been a part of your experience that you share, that energy is leaving your experience. The Aquarians may be teaching you something as well. The Geminis, like myself, may be teaching you something very powerful. Remember, Jupiter also moves into Gemini mid-May this spring and actually stays there for a year. So all I can tell you guys, Cap, woo, crack on. I mean, this is good. You're going through something massive, and it is major. And, whatever comes about in a way of experience, please leave me a comment. Let me know how this goes over the next week or so, because something's coming down. Anyway, I wish you guys the best. Sorry about the nose thing. Hopefully I get this resolved, going into 2024, into the spring of this year. Got to get this dealt with. But anyway, I wish you guys all the best. You heard it here first. Cheers.